Welcome back to the ETF.com video series here at Inside ETFs. My name is Dave Noddick, Managing Director. I'm here with my good friend Todd Rosenbluth, Head of ETF Research at CFRA. Todd, we're closing in on the end of the conference here. What's your big takeaway this year?
So I think what's really exciting is the number of advisors that are here and it's more sophistication that they have in comfort with ETFs. We've been coming at this for a number of years, as of course so are you. And what we found is people were still getting the nuts and bolts to where it is. There's still some advisors that are first timers, but we've seen that people have greater knowledge base and they're attending sessions that are more next level for where it is, either using multi-factor oriented ETFs, more thematic oriented ETFs, not just the building block products that are out there. So really exciting to see the energy that's here and the great educational content.
Now you did the ETF 101 with Matt Hogan this time. I've always been surprised how many folks showed up. I didn't get to see it. Another packed room?
Yeah, it was a packed room.
Crazy.
But what was interesting was there were the questions that came in were much more knowledgeable questions. So we didn't get the what is an ETF or how is one created and that aspect and are they going to blow up the world aspect that you might have heard from beforehand. But how do you differentiate between certain products, which is obviously core to what we do at CFRA, that not two products typically are identical. They're like snowflakes in that regard. So it went very well. And I think we saw on Sunday that's been a must attend for advisors as well as the industry. There's another track as well.
Right, even some of the ones that may not they may already know a bunch about ETFs. Now, your shtick for a long time has been that sort of bottom up, know what you own, know why you own it, know whether those stocks are any good. I've been hearing the same thing, that this is a pretty sophisticated audience. It has to have been a good time for you to hear a lot of these people talking about know what you own.
Yeah, exposure is coming up from people who you would have thought were competing more on price. But now since everybody has moved to the same level of single digit basis points for cap-weighted products, 15 or 20 or so basis points for factor-oriented products. They're trying to tell their story as to what is inside and how they go about putting the cake together, so to speak.
So you're a bit of a pundit. Like, we're looking at 2019 ahead of us here. What do you think 2019 story is going to be? Let's assume the market's okay. There's no crash. There's no incredible boom in one sector. What do you think the ETF story of 2019 is going to be?
Yeah, so I think fixed income was popular in 2018, but that was even as the Fed was more aggressive in raising rates. The fact that they are on pause, we've seen investors start to rotate into more taking on credit risk, more intermediate term bonds. I think we're going to see the broader lineup of fixed income ETFs become popular, not just the ultra short cash, hide under the mattress kind of products that are out there. And I think that's going to be a big story. 20% of the market, but they're gaining and punching above their weight in terms of market share. I think that's going to be really popular both in the active and the traditional index-based approach in 2019.
Totally agree. Thanks for being here, and thank you for joining us for our coverage of Inside ETFs.